Hello everyone, my name is Anna Smith and I'm going to do a video on fire damage and restoration. I chose this topic because I live in Ontario, Canada, and I come from Australia, so these are places with a lot of forest fires, so this topic is really important to me personally. I enjoyed learning more about the topic of restoration. So I'm going to be starting with how to prevent fire damage. I'll divide this into three sections: house preparation, family preparation, and a general what not to do. For house preparation, make sure that your fire extinguishers and your smoke detectors work. This is a really small thing, but it can definitely save lives. If you have chimneys, furnaces, fireplaces, whether it's annually or biannually, make sure that they get cleaned or at least checked up on. This is a small thing and it's easy to forget, but it can help you in the long run. Moving into family preparation. Make sure that you have a plan in place, that everyone knows what to do, where to go, who to call in case that there is a fire. Make sure that the windows can open and that everyone, if need be, can operate a fire extinguisher. Finally, what not to do. Do not have a cluster of wires all tangled together, outlets really close together. This is a huge fire safety issue and it's a big problem, especially in our day and age with a lot of technology. Also, don't forget about the stoves and the ovens, and don't forget that they are on. This is, again, a really common issue to make. You get distracted and totally forget about it, but if you forget for too long, it could cause a big problem. Next, fire damage restoration. So of course, the first thing you do after a fire is you contact a fire restoring company. I personally would recommend Zicklin. I'm not just saying this. I did spend a lot of time looking into different companies, and this one had one of the highest ratings. 85% of its reviews were 5 stars. Clients were raving about affordable pricing, efficiency, professionalism, state-of-the-art technology. Like, there were very, very high reviews. But just in general, to walk you through what a company does, these are just some common steps that any company makes. So first of all, of course, they'll arrive as quickly as possible. They'll inspect the damage and assess what needs to be done. They'll secure the property and then they'll move on to necessary repairs. They'll do some cleaning and they'll try to salvage any furniture and items that they can and reconstruct what was lost. Next, they'll have to remove some harmful odors like soot and smoke, because this is very important because these can actually cause lung diseases like lung cancer, which is definitely not ideal. Finally, one thing that's unique to Zicklin after all of that is that it also helps you document the loss and it deals directly with the insurance company. Because after your house burns down or you experience severe fire damage, the last thing you want to have to deal with then is the insurance company. Do not want to then have to go through that too. So Zicklin provides the opportunity to help you through that. Next I'm going to give a story. So I know somebody personally who told me a while back now that her house has burned down 3 times. Yet because of the help from others and other companies, they live in it again. Like, they rebuilt and it's improved, it's better, she's totally fine. Everyone was spared from that fire. Make sure you have insurance for fires. It's easy to think, this wouldn't happen to me, it happens to other people. But if everyone thinks that, then just maybe that victim will be you. Finally, how restoration companies recover. How restoration helps companies recover. So of course there's a physical aspect. Companies help repair the buildings, which is definitely vital. That's why they're there. Yet, especially if the fire was devastating, there could be a huge community-wide emotional toll. And the restorers are expected to be empathetic to their clients. They're with them all the way, supporting them any way that they can. The restorers are aware that they're not just rebuilding a random building, they're repairing a home. So they're there for reconstruction. They keep their clients in the loop. Sometimes they help with insurance claims, because watching your home burn down is very devastating. But the best way to help with that is to rebuild. So I'm going to leave with this final thought. As we're entering the summer season, it's very important to be informed about the real issue of fire damage and to always have a plan in place. The season's getting warmer, so be prepared and stay safe. Thank you.